From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And towing the slab in this one, Emmett Sheehan. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Hey!
Oh, 1 down.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Fires over to first. And the first out of the game is an easy one. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Corbin Carroll in the box now. No balls and a strike. Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Goes down looking.
Batting first, the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
2 down, base is empty. Stepping in, Geraldo Perdomo. A little bit high. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. That one ran inside, almost got him. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that is that. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back after this on the show. We go to the bottom of the first, and getting the start for Arizona, Ryan Nelson. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. One down.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Yep, that ball went out. Ball, that's in.
And now 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Too high, and now it's 3-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Stays alive.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a 3-2. Line drive, base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Batting third.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. On the ground.
That ball's foul.
Foul ball. The 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Tucker leads off first with one away. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Plays it on a bounce and it deflects away.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
First and second, 1 out. So now it's Freddie Freeman.
Ball.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Next offer in there for a strike. Strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Smith to the plate. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Ball one, no strikes. First and second, 2 down. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. 2 on, 2 outs.
Ball, that pitch is out.
And that's ball 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two down. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That one is absolutely belted. Thomas running hard to get it. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One runs in. Another comes in to score. And they lead by 2.
Gets him on the board first. Coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Got a fastball, middle of the plate. Jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Max Muncy. Foul ball there. Just missed. Two outs and one in scoring position. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That one way inside. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. New inning getting started. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno.
Hey.
And he'll 1.
Ball 1.
Sheehan, a 6'5" righty, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. On the corner for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Here's a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now, Pavin Smith. 0-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting fifth.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Fouled off left side. Man at first, one away. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
No, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Three, 2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Out number 2.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
There's a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a 3-1 on the way. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 5, Alec Thomas.
First and second, 2 outs. Alec Thomas digs in now. Lined into right. And that is that. 2 left on. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom half of inning number 2. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That missed by a lot. Ball one. And that's downstairs and outside. Base knock center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next to hit, Andy Pajes. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Hernandez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Now here is Alex Freeland. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. Quick toss to first. Hernandez back on a dive. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 0-2 now. That one missed.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Let's go, Alex.
2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two on the way. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Now it's the DH, Alex Call. Went down on strikes his first time through. This one in the air. Santana settles under it. And that will end the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top half of the 3rd inning, Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
The 0-1. And that's in there for a strike. A slider that finds the mark.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Grounded out to short in his first trip.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the right fielder, number 7, Corbin.
This is Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. Swings through that.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Corbin goes down on strikes.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Now at the plate, Geraldo Perdomo. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
That's a ball.
The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Marte leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. So 1 hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie.
Now it's Mookie Betts. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 down, nobody on.
Hey.
Late swing, foul to the left. Off the plate inside, and it's 3-2. Payoff pitch. Struck him out without a swing. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Dodgers down in order, but they're on top 2-0. Back here in L.A., all set for the start of the inning. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one almost hit him.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
That one almost got him. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Moreno wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Payoff pitch. Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. The Dodgers up by 2, top half of inning number 4. And he walked him.
Ball 4, take the base.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
So digging in, Pavin Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball.
Moreno aboard here at first with nobody out. That one almost got him.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Fought off foul. That misses.
Oh, that's low.
And now 3-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. First time up was a pop out. Fouled off down the right side. No outs, runners at first and second. In the air, right field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Carlos.
Next to switch hitting first baseman, Carlos Santana. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
On the ground left side, 6-4.
Well, they had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Thomas up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Maybe a surprise here as the bullpen is already stirring. Shohei Ohtani looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Ohtani warming up as well. 2 on, 2 outs. Misses off the plate, and it's 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And now it's a little bit low. And it's 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Jordan Lawler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Moreno scores. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, 2 outs. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ouch, that one drilled him. He's able to win the race to the bag, and they do get the 3rd out of the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom 4, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
This one in the air right field, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The relay not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit.
Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Just missed. Man at second. And that is downstairs. And the count now 2-0. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Comes a 2-2. And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Foul will we'll see another payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. That's to third. Arenado tosses to first, and 2 away now.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, number 44.
Next to hit, Andy Pajes. Struck out swinging his first time. Close, but called the ball. And that is ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That's a little high.
That's up there.
Yeah, that's ball 2. Man on second, 2 down. That one catches the zone, and it's 2-1. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 3. Alex Freeland waiting to bat for the Dodgers. The 3-1. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
Up next for the Dodgers, the second baseman, Alex.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Ball in.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout at end the inning. Dodgers strand a couple, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fastball for a strike.
Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Left field. And he hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Corbin Carroll, the next to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
That's a ball.
scoring position, and we're at the top of the fifth. Backed off the plate that time.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swings through that one for strike one. Pitch misses, and the count's full.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
No outs. Runner on second. Popped in the air. Left field. And there's one down. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for
Shohei Ohtani takes over on the mound.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
It's easy for lineups to get frustrated in games like these because they've proven they can hit the ball hard. They're squaring up good pitches, but unfortunately, that's not always enough.
That one to first. Freeman takes it himself, and they got him.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the catcher, number 14, Gabriel.
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. He is struck out, and he is walked. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. In the air, left field. And that's the third out. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Now pitching for
back
Arizona,
now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking over on the mound, Brandon Pfaadt.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Digging in,
Leading
Alex
the
Cole.
Dodgers, the designated hitter, Alex
Pfaadt, first time we've seen him this year, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. Fouled off, he was late. That one the other way. Makes the catch. One down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, that's low.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. think he was looking for something else right there.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
And a 1-2 again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. One, 2 now. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Mookie Betts. 1 for 2. First pitch way inside a fastball.
Ball, that's outside.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. Dodgers go down quietly. They lead it 2-1. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. So up next,
Leading off for
Pavin
Arizona,
Smith.
the designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. You'll one. Right through there for a strike. This ball's chopped on the ground. On the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Liner, base hit. And the tying run is on base. So digging in, Carlos Santana. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The D-backs with the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Oh, that fastball drilled him.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the center fielder.
Alec Thomas now.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball one. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying. Slams off the bottom of the wall. Tucker hustles to get it in. And the stop sign goes up at third on the potential tying run.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Tying runs now just 90 feet away. Just got to be wary of that double play, though. That would strand him in any inning.
Next to hit for Arizona, Jordan Lawler. Swing and a miss as he was late. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Late swing fouled off. Bases loaded. 1 away. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Pulled out on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Ohtani will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
a new arm into the game. The righty Will Klein.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Big at bat coming up for Ketel Marte. That's smacked on a line to center. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the 3rd out. Diamondbacks leave them loaded. They're down 2-1. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 6th inning. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Hey!
Late on that fastball. And there's
That's
the ball.
in. Ball 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Now
that's
one
ball
miss.
3.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
This one in the air. Marte under this one. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, The third baseman, number
2
13.
down, bases empty. Muncy digs in.
Muncy.
Hey.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning for Teoscar Hernandez.
We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
Muncy off of first with 2 away. The 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the Dodgers leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Now pitching for
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 78.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
Corbin
The right
Carroll
fielder,
stands in
Corbin
now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
No, that's low. Hey.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Has room and he makes the catch.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gerardo Perdomo.
Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 3 in this one.
That's a ball.
And the 1-0.
Ball, that's in.
That one fouled off. The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tucker settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the catcher, number 14, Gabriel.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno.
This manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 down, nobody on.
Hey.
And that
Ball 2.
misses. 2-1. Swings through that one. Now fly ball to right center. Tucker on his way over. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for Arizona. And our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Taylor Clark.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Action in the pen down there. Jonathan Loaisiga, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Hoffman also getting ready. Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That one
That's
off the
ball
mark. 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Stays alive. And he walked
Ball
him.
4, that's
and
up.
he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk.
The second baseman, Alex.
Here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Ripped on a line to center. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
So back to the top of the order. Alex Call now at the plate.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
Oh, 1 now. On the ground to third. Tags the runner. And 2. What a play.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder,
Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. In the dirt. Ball to strike. Little chopper rolls foul. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Freeland at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's the third out. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tanner Scott.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, one-run game, leading off, Pavin Smith.
Ball 1.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity.
Ball 2.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes.
That's ball
Fellas
3.
feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Nolan Arenado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Ball inside.
The lefty to 1-0. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. The Dodgers holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. High chopper to third, and that one handled. One at second to first, but it pulls it off the bag.
Well, they had the chance to turn in 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
One out man at first. Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Late on that fastball. That one way inside.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
This one in the air, center field. Freeland under it. And there's 2 away.
Up next to the Diamondbacks, the center fielder, number 5, Alec Thomas.
So up next, Alec Thomas.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Now the 0-1. And fouled off. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Betts
That's
takes
ball
low.
two.
Clark in his 6th season, 32 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. Swings through that one for strike 2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That one felt good, and they add on. It's 3-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Close,
Nope,
but
that's
called
a ball.
ball. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 0-1. And a rope into center field, base hit. And a man aboard.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Ball
Pitch
1.
misses. Ball 1. Makes the catch, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here comes Max Muncy. A little out front there as he swings through it. He swings and fouls one off. Freeman over at first with 1 away. And that
Inside,
one almost
ball 1.
got him. Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive, and it stays fair. Freeman headed for 3rd. Lead runner holds at 3rd, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
And here comes Teoscar calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. All loaded up. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Golden opportunity right here. Oh, great stop. There's 1. On to first. Save. So they get 1, but a really nice try there.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Taylor Clark won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Kevin Ginkel. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center.
Lined into right. That is the inning. Through 8 full, the Dodgers out front 4-1. Last chance coming up for the D-backs. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. All set to start the 9th in this one. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
That's outside.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
The 1-1. Foul ball. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Ketel Marte.
Ball,
First
that's
pitch doesn't find the zone.
Outside, that's a ball.
The Dodgers trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the 9th.
It's amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 3. And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Carroll stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. They're down to the final strike. 2 down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
4-1 the final here today. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.